Yo, boys, it's Papa for the boys, your old guitar-slingin truth-teller scraping by with a beat-up six-string and a whole lot of nope for the world's insanity. I'm talking to you, young bucks out there trying to become men in a world that's lost its damn mind. Pull up a chair, crack a soda, or something stronger if you're legal, and let's cut through the fog of what is a woman nonsense, the transgenderism circus, and the whole mental health maze. Spoiler, conservatives got this one right, and nature ain't playing hide and seek. Let's roll. So, what is a woman? Sounds like a question for a toddler's picture book, not a PhD seminar or a Supreme Court contemplation. But here we are, with grown adults tripping over their own tongues, acting like it's quantum physics. Newsflash. A woman's an adult human, female, chromosomes, XX, biology, ovaries, potentially a future mom. Done. Nature laid it out cleaner than a fresh guitar string. Yet we've got folks out there swearing up and down that it's all a social construct, like gravity's an opinion. I'm waiting for them to identify as a toaster next and demand we call their Pop-Tarts courageous. Give me a break. Then there's transgenderism, the shiny new dogma we're all supposed to bow to. Look, if someone wants to live their life a certain way, that's their call. I ain't here to play morality cop, though I always reserve the right to pray for their soul. But when you start demanding I rewrite biology to match your feelings, nah, son, that's where I draw the line. The DSM-5, that big old mental health Bible, used to call this gender dysphoria a disorder, still does, actually. Well, technically, though they've softened the language to avoid hurting feelings. Word is they kept dysphoria in the DSM at all so they could set the groundwork for providers to get money for sex mutilation surgeries to address the condition. It's a real struggle for some, no doubt, and I got empathy for that. But turning a mental health issue into a cultural crusade? That's not compassion. That's chaos. It's like telling a schizophrenic the voices are their authentic self. We help people, not humor delusions. Conservatives got this one nailed, young man. They're out there saying what your eyes already tell you. Nature's not a Rubik's Cube. Men are men. Women are women. And no amount of wordplay or surgery changes DNA. You don't get to identify as 7 feet tall and dunk on LeBron. Same deal with sex. The left's out here twisting itself into knots, trying to make feelings trump chromosomes, and it's a clown show. Remember that Supreme Court justice candidate who couldn't define women because she wasn't a biologist? She's a sitting Supreme Court justice now. Believe it or not, although she's outing herself as an idiot. Hilarious, except it's our laws they're messing with. Meanwhile, you young kings are just trying to figure out who you are, and they're telling you even that's up for grabs. Nope. Nature's clear as a summer day. You just gotta trust it. Let's talk to you, my young bucks. You're growing into men in a world that's trying to gaslight you into thinking reality is optional. Don't fall for it. Being a man means standing firm in what's true. Your body, your biology, that's your foundation, not a suggestion. You got XY chromosomes, a voice that'll drop, and a future where you'll build, protect, maybe raise some kids of your own. That's not toxic or outdated. It's nature's design and it's badass. Same goes for women. Respect them for who they are, not for some made-up identity. And if someone's struggling with their headspace like dysphoria, point them to a therapist, not a megaphone. The mental health angle's where it gets real, boys. The DSM-5 says gender dysphoria is a condition, sometimes tied to anxiety, depression, the works. We don't fix that by pretending it's not real or by cheering it on like it's some personality quirk. We get people help, like we would for any other struggle. But the woke crowd, they'd rather rewrite science and admit some folks need support, not validation. It's like handing a pyromaniac a match and calling it empowerment. Conservatives are right to call BS. Help people. Don't enable fantasy that screws up their head worse. And don't get me started on the fallout. I see you young men out there dealing with schools and jobs, pushing the gender is fluid nonsense. They're trying to make you feel like being a straight-up guy, disciplined, strong, speaking plain is somehow wrong. Screw that. You got every right to be proud of exactly who you are. Nature made you to stand tall, not to tiptoe around someone's pronoun tantrum. When you see a woman, a real woman, respect her for her strength, her biology, her role. Don't let the world guilt you into playing along with a script that makes no damn sense. Here's my riff for you, my young kings. Trust nature. It's got a better track record than any activist with a keyboard. Be a man who knows what's real. Men and women, biology, truth, reality. If someone's struggling, show them kindness, but don't let them rewrite the rule book. Hold the line on this and be right. Reality ain't negotiable. So stand up, own your place, and don't apologize for being a man. You're built for this world, not to bend to its madness. That's the riff for today, boys. Keep it real. Keep it strong. This is Papa for the boys. Signing off. Stay sharp. Stay true.